Okay, so let's jump right in. We touched on the compensation plan 2.0, did the overview at the convention in Johannesburg a week and a half ago. This last weekend, we did the same in the UK. Now, before I even go any further, I just want to say with Complan 2.0, this is going to be taking effect in about 2 months' time. So, I've received a couple of messages saying, Chris, are we already in effect of Complan 2.0? I'm like, no, not yet. Is this happening like next week? No, it's happening in about 2 months' time. Um, so, and also people, you mustn't wait and kind of go, well, Chris, I'm not going to sign anybody up now. I'm going to let them wait for 2 months until Complan 2.0. Don't do that. Business carries on as per normal. We've already got one of the best comp plans in the network marketing industry. Yes, it's a 20-year-old comp plan, a very simple compensation plan, but a very powerful comp plan. So what we have already is really, 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 really good, right? What's happening, what's coming is enhancements on top of something that's already good. So it's not like we're going to go through a whole change of the comp plan. So everything will carry on. And then once it switches over, everything's just going to go, boom. It's like the light's going to be switched on. It's just going to get enhanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a couple of slides. But before I do that, I'm going to play. Some of you guys might have seen it. Some of you guys might not have seen it. It's a clip by Meredith Burkich. Meredith Burkich is the president of LifeWave, and she did a really, really nice video clip that went out via email about 2.5 weeks ago. The link was there. But for the purpose of this call, because we're talking about Complan 2.0, I'm actually going to play. It's a very short clip. It's like just under 5 minutes, which it'll just give you the foundation coming from the mouth of Meredith. And Meredith's been in the industry for 30 years. 30 years. And we had the privilege of meeting Meredith in Munich about a month ago, where we were flown to Munich to go through the Complan 2.0. And let me tell you, the excitement from a corporate point of view. And you know what? I was just reading between the lines. You know, when I was watching Meredith speak, you can see the excitement coming out. We met with Emily, and I think this is the best thing. I mean, we've already, as we know, we've got the product sorted. We know we've got the best product in the world. The company, guys, 21-year-old company with over 200 patents. David Schmidt, the founder. We are in a good place, and now we're just taking something that's so good. And we just taking it to the next level. And it was X39's fault. It was X39's fault that we have to do Complan 2.0 because of the exponential growth curve that is kicking in. I mean, we're talking about a 2,000% growth in the last 4 years with LifeWave. So the compensation plan had to go through an enhancement. So let me quickly jump in and play the 5-minute video clip, and then I'm going to go through point by point what has been existing, what's new, and what's going to be enhanced. So you guys must get your cameras ready, get your notes ready, because then we're going to show you up front exactly everything that's coming through. So let me quickly open the video clip. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to do share screen. That's a good plan. There we go. And here we are. Share sound. Perfect. Just want to check. I can only see John. John, put a thumbs up if you can see the. Fantastic. Right, so let's go to here. Put this out the way. Slideshow from Beginning. And playing video, yeah.
Hello, LifeWave community. We have had an incredible first half of 2025, marking what will be our best year ever as we change hundreds of thousands of lives around the world, working towards our founder, David Schmidt's vision to have our life-changing technology in over 1 billion homes. Last December, David and the other senior executives approved our 2025 LifeWave business plan, building for the future, the next 20 years. It includes 5 major projects and 15 primary initiatives. The first of the big 5, global market maximization, began with the opening of the Indonesia office. Quality management processes and auditing this fall will grant us our ISO 9001 certification. The expanding product line includes Celergize and the X2O water technology, internal leadership development and culture building, and rounding it out with Compensation Plan 2.0, a robust plan whose mission is threefold: to attract new members, to increase retention of those new members and existing brand partners, and to reward engagement at all levels aligning with our cultures and values. We are pleased to announce that after 3 years of research, thousands of hours in design work, over 35 rounds of modeling, collaboration with 3 of the most influential compensation plan creators in direct selling, and feedback from some of the fastest growing leaders at LifeWave, we are releasing LifeWave Compensation 2.0. To align with global best practices, we're informing you, our LifeWave community, of the details of the new plan at a minimum of 30 days in advance of go live. The implementation of 2.0 will take place in Q3. The exact date in July, August will be determined by successful quality testing, which is now underway. This gives you extra time to get your head around the changes and study the support materials coming out shortly in your LifeWave back office. Keep in mind there will be a formal transition period post-go live to allow you time to make any shifts in your business focus needed to maximize the enhanced plan. The transition document will also be available shortly. Familiarizing yourself with it will be important as you set goals for your team and for yourself. Now you may be asking, why change and why now? Well, we have 3 immediate needs as a company in growth mode, which is the perfect time to make adjustments to keep the momentum going forward. Compensation plan sustainability is important. Currently, we are applying the weekly commission cap more than desired. The current plan 1.0 also relies heavily on binary cycles, which most BPs never achieve. Plans need to connect business building activities to financial rewards. Increased retention and minimizing attrition is another big goal. Mature organizations periodically need to redistribute payouts for junior ranks. Modeling shows an increase in check earners will be over 65%, mostly the new brand partners. The success path needs to have achievable steps with measurable benefits. It needs to reward balance, business structure, and activities. It needs to support acquiring customers, growing a balanced organization, empowering rising stars, helping them to advance in rank and to be more active and engaged in their LifeWave business. Compensation Plan 2.0 is robust, with many layers designed to support a multi-generational business for decades to come. It's not a simple plan, it's one designed to support all types of entrepreneurs in their personal goals and objectives for their LifeWave organization. I encourage you to take your time and study the areas that impact your immediate situation. Take the 9 ways to earn step by step while you review revised nomenclature, such as qualified volume and qualified downline volume, maximum volume rule, binary balancing, etc. And most importantly, keep doing what you're doing. Be inspired knowing you have a sustainable future here at LifeWave, that David Schmidt will continue blazing a path for a healthier, better way to health and wellness through innovative life technology, and that by shining your light in your families and communities, you have the power to make a difference in the lives of everyone you love. Thank you for being part of the LifeWave journey.
It's just such a good overview right? She just touches on everything that we need to know in that moment. So I would urge you, listen to that again. If you're unsure of certain things or how it will play out, I fall back on this video. I think I've listened to it 5 or 6 times. It just really ticks all the boxes, and she mentions everything precisely and concisely on how the changes will happen. I love how she says, like, it's a robust plan, right? And that we should keep on doing what we're doing. The momentum is just going to push us over and make it even better, and earnings will happen faster. Don't you agree?
No, completely. So with Meredith, so guys, that was Meredith Burkich, the president of LifeWave. And I just need to tell you a very quick story about how humble and down to earth the people running this company are. And that starts from the top. I mean, we've all watched a video clip or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of David Schmidt, and we all know how humble and down to earth that man is. We had the privilege meeting David Schmidt last year, and we met with Meredith, and we went to the Welcome Center in November last year. And it was amazing. You know, we walked in there, and Meredith said, "Would you like something to drink?" And I said, "I'd love a cappuccino." And I thought that Meredith was going to get somebody to bring the cappuccino. And Meredith went into the kitchen and made little old Chris from South Africa a cappuccino.
Yeah.
I will never forget that day as long as I live.
We were like gobsmacked, right? We were just like, really? She did it?
Absolutely blown away because of how humble and down to earth these people are. And like I said, I'll never forget that day as long as I live.
Yeah.
And then, when we saw each other again in Dubrovnik, we organized a cappuccino, and Meredith saw it, and I said, "There we go, here's your cappuccino." So I paid the favor back.
Paid it back. And she was desperate for that cappuccino that morning, right? It was amazing.
So guys, we're in good hands.
Yeah.
People that have got a lot of experience. So you heard Meredith, she was talking about the recalibration of compensation plan 2.0. So I'm going to quickly go through 8 points here. So we're talking about enhancements. We are talking about, push the button, recalibration. So that's taking something and recalibrating it to kind of give it the longevity for the next 20, 30 years down the line. We're talking about sustainability, and we're talking about increased retention. Here, this point here is very important. We're talking about upgrading a 20-year-old comp plan. As I said, this is one of the most powerful comp plans I've ever seen, most simple comp plan, very powerful, but it's taken what's been working for 20 years and now just giving it a facelift. Right, then 60% is paid to brand partners. Now, I didn't know that the norm in the industry that people used to kind of brag about and say, "Oh, our company pays out 43% back to its members." That is like the norm in the industry. LifeWave pays the highest commission back to its members. LifeWave pays 60% back into the hands of its brand partners, highest in the industry. We're talking about a volume-based compensation plan, and we're not talking cycles. Well, you know what? It'll all make sense in the next couple of slides, putting it together. We're going from a cycle plan to a volume-based plan. And lastly, the most important thing is new brand partners are going to earn money quicker, which is vitally, vitally important. All right, so let's jump over here. Guys, get your pens and paper out. Here we go. And you move this out the way. Take a screenshot of this one.
It's really good.
This out the way. There we go. See, John's got his camera out. There we are. Okay, so Comp Plan 2.0. As we all know, we've all watched the presentation how many times? And we always talk about 4 ways to earn, right? LifeWave's now gone from 4 ways to earn in income to 9 ways. So the first one is existing. That's retail profit. I'm not going to touch too much on that. Nothing has changed there. New. So I've highlighted these in red. So the ones in red are either new or they are enhanced. So number 2 customer premiums. That's something new. I'm going to cover that in the next couple of slides. Number 3 is existing product introductory bonus, but there is a little tweak there, which we'll cover. Number 4 is new. It's called level earnings bonus. I touched on that on the corporate call last night. Number 5, enhanced. We're going from binary bonus from cycles to percentages to volume based. Number 6, enhanced, is what we call mentor matching bonus. I call that the 8th wonder of the world. That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. We're going to touch on that. Number 7 is new. It's called business launch. Number 8 is new, breakthrough incentives. And number 9 is existing quarterly leadership pool. So here it is, guys, in a nutshell. There it is. Take a screenshot, take a photo of this. I added a little plus sign there for a reason, because there's no minuses. Nothing has been taken away. It's only been added new things or enhanced, which is something that is very different. I know when people hear the word change, they think, oh my goodness, what does change mean? What's going to be taken away? We're human beings. That's the way we are wired. That's our default mode that we go back to. When I heard the word change and needed heart failure, I thought, oh my goodness, no. I'm one of the most resistant people to change in the world. And having go through this information, I was like, nothing's taken away. Things are only added. Right. So, guys, look at this. Look at this. Here's the success pathway. Now, don't worry if some of this looks Chinese to you, okay? Don't worry. The first time I saw it, my mouth just went, I just had this blank look on my face. I'm not so good with figures and lines and that type of thing. I like pictures and everything. A lot of stuff went over my head, but, you know, as Zig Ziglar says, you've got to go through material 5 times for it to sink in and to be able to process it properly. So, guys, if you see anything that you go, what is Chris talking about there? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm just doing a quick little overview tonight.
And the beautiful thing, once again, is the company has given us enough time to study this, to train, to learn, and then there's still going to be an adjustment transition period. So you're in good hands.
All right. So do you remember we have 6 ranks? Okay. We know the 6 ranks: manager, director, senior director, executive, presidential, and senior presidential director. That is 6 ranks that LifeWave has had for 20 years. Guess what? It's now going from 6 ranks to 12 ranks. There's a whole lot of ranks all in between, starting at 1-star manager, 2-star manager, 3-star manager. That's the first little category of 3. Then we've got 1-star director, 2-star director, 3-star director, little category there. Then we go 1-star, 2-star, 3-star executive, little category there. And then the last one is 1-star presidential, 1, 2, and 3. So if you look on the left-hand side, we're talking about personal volume. So the personal volumes, you'll see there, as we know, an active brand partner is your normal 55 EV or 31 days to be active. Nothing's changed there. And then from 1-star manager going up to 3-star director, nothing's changed. That's your 110 PV. That is your
sleeves of X39 and Aon.
An X39 and an Aon. So an X39 is 77 points. An Aon is 55 points. 77 plus 55 gives you 132. There we go. You've got your 110. Now, you might be looking there from 1-star executive on going, what is this 200? Does that mean I now need to purchase more? Nope. Your requirement is still staying exactly the same. From 1-star executive, these points are obtained from your enrolled customers. Those volumes make up that difference between the 200 and the 110. Because when I first saw that, I thought, oh my goodness, this means now we need to buy more sleeves of patches now. which is not a bad thing. I mean, everybody should be at minimum, you should be on at least X39 and Aon every single month anyway. And if you know, living in a household, there should be a couple of sleeves, but they're still keeping it, guys, at a minimum. And this is different, hey? This is very different in this industry, and never mind just the industry, in life in general. The moment you go to a high rank in the normal world out there, they kind of more is required. So in other words, if you're earning more money, they go, well, you're earning more money, so we want you to spend more money. LifeWave doesn't do that. LifeWave doesn't do it. I think because, you know what, David Schmidt, he knows when people get rewarded, what do? We just pay it forward and we help more people. Yeah. And I see that every day as people are earning money through this beautiful company and this beautiful industry. Guys, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's a process. It's going to take time, like anything in life. It's just putting your head down, being plugged in. And as I'm seeing people starting to make that $100 a week, and then they're jumping to that $200 a week, guys, sitting on the call, with $200 a week, what's that? $800 a month. Everybody sitting on this call, would $800 a month make a difference in your household right now? Hell yes, in anybody's household. And I just see so many people doing so much good, which is just it's the most amazing thing to see. That's this beautiful community. So there you go. So there we go. That's a snapshot of it. Down to your 3-star presidential. All right. I'm going to jump straight into the 9 ways of making income. But before I even jump into that, I've just given you the success pathway. I'm going to go through them like, right, in a bit of point form. But what we're going to do basically from next week is we're going to cover a number of the way of income. One of the ways to earn. One of the ways to earn. Yeah. And that session will be just on that, and we're going to have Q&A, guys, and we're going to get a lot of the leaders coming in as well, which are going to be on the call with us. And there's some people that are part of our community that have been in the industry for a while, and they've even got a lot more knowledge than what we have. And we're going to be doing nice Q&As. George will be on a lot of the calls. We'll get our resources from the most brilliant brains. Yes,
there's some key ones. You're not going to give it away yet. We're still in conversations and talks for them, but we want to get some of the top leaders in that has studied the compensation plan and actually have had their hands on it way longer than we have, and also know and understand and can teach. So we bring all of those expertise in.
Right, so let's whack it straight to number 1, retail profit. That stays the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed here. That's still immediate profit that you put in your pocket straight away. I even kept the same slide. If you recognize this slide, if you look at that and you go, I've seen that somewhere, that slide, that's because you watched the Compensation Plan 101 Basics. That's the clip that I put together end of last year.
Then also just to point out here, there's been no price increase. The prices are staying exactly the same.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
No. So these are the same prices for the last 5 years.
Exactly.
Good point.
Yeah.
Never thought about that. So really, it's really basic. Anybody that's new, what is retail profit? You purchase a product at wholesale price, you sell it at retail, you put in profit in your pocket straight away. So if you look at the slide over here, you look at the X39 and X49, that's a wholesale price of $99. And the retail price is $149, and this is the profit you put in your pocket, $50. The supportive patches, we all know what the supportive patches are. That is your glutathione, carnosine, Aon, Silent Night, SB6, Elavida. Those ones are $69 wholesale, and the retail price is $79, and your profit is $10. Now, some people don't know this yet. If you purchase 1 sleeve of the supported products, you're going to be buying it for $69. If you order 2, so in other words, if you buy an IceWave and Aon as an example, your wholesale price drops down to only $59 each. And if you order 3 or more of the supportive patches, your wholesale price drops right down to only $149 each. So I always like to remind people of that. Sometimes when we're talking, we assume people know that. And we've spoken to people and they go, what? I didn't know that. They were buying one at a time.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. We don't ever do, when we're purchasing the supplementary products, we always do no less than 3 because you're getting it at a better price. Okay, so that is on your retail profit. That is easy, pretty self-explanatory. Right, number 2 is what we call customer premiums. And I put them in brackets in red. This is new. This is new. This is additional. So if you register a retail customer, a preferred customer, and the preferred customer plus. So we've got the 3 different ones: retail customer, preferred customer, and preferred customer plus. That means that they go online, they do their purchases themselves. They just don't fall in the binary. They'll always be connected to you because you've sent your link and you signed them up. So this is just like if a person says to you, like right off the bat, going, you know what, I don't want to do the business ever, not interested
Just
in the
want to
business.
use the patches.
Just want to use the patches. I want to give it a try. I might at a later stage look at doing the business, but for now, I just want to get the patches. They become what you call your customer. Oh, and that's where you remember I was telling you about those extra points.
Once you reach executive 1-star,
1-star executive,
you then have to have the 200 personal volume. So
110 comes from you, and
your
then
actual purchase, and then the difference comes from 1 or 2 customers that you've then signed up.
And the cool thing is with the customers, you always get your points. So you'll get the points, plus you'll get the volume. Now look at this, guys. You're going to get an extra bonus if now this is all of your customers combined do a point volume of between 300 and 599 points. LifeWave is going to pay you an additional 5%.
Yeah.
An additional 5% will come to you. If the point volume is from 600 to 1199, LifeWave is going to pay you 10%. And then lastly, anything from 1,200 plus points from your combination of all your retail customers, LifeWave is going to pay you 20%.
And then an interesting thing here, and we can listen to the recording on the back office in the training session, but what is going to happen is in a rolling 21 days or a month period, the average is going to be established, and then you're going to earn weekly off that. So it's not necessarily just so the monthly against the weekly that you're going to be paid over. And that's
right.
Quite phenomenal as well. This part of, or this ways to earn that they've added is really opening it up for so much potential, and something that we're going to be unpacking, once we start and once we do it a little bit more and we see where we can create traction with customers. I think this is going to be beneficial in a big way.
Just as I think I'm understanding it all, I suddenly see things and I hear it from a different person, and suddenly more pennies start dropping. Guys, you know what? 2.5 years ago, when we joined, I've been excited for 2.5 years. I've been like a Jack Russell with 2 tails, so excited doing what we're doing for a living. But let me tell you something.
This is exciting.
This is more. I've never been this excited in my life, because my thing is I just want to see more people putting money in their pockets. The first thing I want to do is I want people to get to the point where their patches are covered. Hands up. Okay, we can't see everybody. You guys can all see each other. It's just when we've got it on screen like this.
Or comment in the...
But we can't even see the comments. That's when we're presenting the full screen. You can't see it. Everybody else will see it though. Put your hand up. Who wants to get their patches for free? I think everybody's got their hands up. I can feel it. And that's what it's all about, is at least getting to the point where your patches are covered, and then from there earning an income. All right.
And the beautiful thing is as well, remember, like when we started, we also didn't actually know how does everything get calculated. Sometimes, something will come through on the back office and we didn't know. But the beautiful thing is we can all learn as this get implemented, as you practice it, as you go through certain things, it will be revealed. So don't feel like you need to know everything and make sense of it all. It will make sense as we apply it in the field.
And as we know in the industry, you've heard the saying many times here, you earn while you learn.
And also an interesting thing that a lot of the leaders have discussed, when we started 2.5 years ago, there was already Onyx Coal, a lot of the other leaders that had material available that we could use. Now it's new for all of us. So there's going to be interesting things coming forward. The leaders are working together. We're working closely with the EMEA leaders and SPDs, and we're all putting our resources together to put together things like the 4 ways to earn in a infographic or things like that. So this is where we're also going to, lean on the community and get those experts in that can do those kind of things for us. So we'll all learn as we go.
Yep. All right, then number 3, product introductory bonus. Okay, this one is actually enhanced. In the previous slide, it said it stays the same, but it's actually enhanced a little bit. Okay, so it stays the same. Guys, we have an extra kit. An extra kit. I think this is so cool. Let me tell you why. Because, all right, so we all know currently we've got the starter kit, which is $25. So a person can get into the business for as little as $25 and purchase products immediately at wholesale price and work themselves up, right? Now, obviously, the best value for money is kits. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. You're getting product cheaper. And if a person goes, well, core, it's $2.95. So you're scoring like a whole $5. Like, no, if you sign up at core, your $25 registration fee basically falls away. That's what's included. I think a lot of people miss that one. So you're actually scoring the $25 right off the bat when you sign up at core. So as we know, core is you get your 3 sleeves of X39, or if you can mix and match your kit. When you sign a person up at core, you're going to get a product introductory bonus of $35. Then, as we know, the middle kit is called advanced. That is $535. So if a person signs up, they're scoring the $25 and they're getting $600 worth of products for $535. So you're actually scoring quite a bit there. You're like scoring like $90 there, signing up at advanced. And then the next kit, the next jump was quite big. It was kind of like going to premium, which was like $1,750. Also, you're scoring quite a lot of patches there. And then you as the enroller gets a product introductory bonus of $405. As we all know, you can upgrade your kits as you go along. So if you sign up at core, the next month or two, don't buy a product, rather just upgrade from core to advanced, because you only pay the difference and you get the difference in product. But what we found is the jump between advanced and premium was just very high. It was quite big. So now they've brought in advanced plus. This is so cool. It's in between advanced and premium, and that is $975. But you're getting 11 sleeves of X39, or you mix and match as well, up to 22 sleeves. So there the qualifying volume is 500 points. But if you had to sign somebody up tomorrow at 975, you're scoring the person who's signing up, they're getting extra product, and you get $165 product introductory bonus. And then if the person wants to, they can then upgrade then from the advanced to the premium. And as you can see there, that gap is like $700-800. So it just makes it so much easier for a person to go through the different levels. So very excited about that. That is the product introductory bonus number 3. Okay, number 4 is what I covered on the call last night, the corporate call. I didn't understand this right in the beginning. The penny only dropped for me when I looked at I mean, guys, when you look at it, it looks quite simple. Somewhere I just had a bit of a block. I couldn't understand it. And then suddenly it all just popped in. This is new. I think that's the big thing. Extra. I was like, but I couldn't understand where it fitted into what we currently have. And I think that's where I had the mental block. I couldn't get it. And then you know what? I think I had to hear the word new maybe 4 times. And I can't remember who it was that said, Chris, you're missing it here. This is new. So I'm like, yeah, but where does this fit in? No, it doesn't. Chris, it doesn't. It's new. In other words, it's added. And I'm going,
additional.
Okay, then I started jumping. Then I started vibrating. I'm going, oh my word, it's new. I get you. I get you. So everything we're showing you is, there. What we're showing you right now is extra. So this is where a person will start earning money right off the bat. You don't have to worry about getting your 2 left, 2 right, core above, you getting to manager so that you can hit your cycle bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Guys, that all falls away. Cycles disappear. Having to rely on that structure falls away. It's volume-based. And it kicks off immediately. All you have to do is be an active brand partner. That's all you have to do. And on level 1, you're going to earn 3%. 3%. That's anybody that you sign up, whether you've qualified, whether you're not qualified at a rank, you're going to get paid, no questions asked, 3%. But the only thing, as we all know, what do we have to be an active brand partner? How many points?
55.
55 CV.
At least.
At least. There we go.
That's a sleeve of Aon, and we can all have a sleeve of Aon, right?
Once you get to the first rank, so it's all based on turnover. So when we're talking about 1-star, 2-star manager, 3-star manager, don't worry too much about that because we're going to be going into depth on what is required to be 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. And it's all volume-based, not cycles, which is going to, like there again, people will be putting money in their pocket quicker. But once you're 1-star manager on level 1, you're earning 5%. 5% goes from 3%, 5%.
So that's every week.
Every week.
Right? So you don't have to wait for the cycles to kick in.
That's right. And then once you at 2-star jumps up to 7%. And then guess what happens? Level 2 opens up.
How amazing. That's just like next level. Right?
Then what happens at 3-star stays 7%, but that second level becomes 3%. And you might be thinking, oh, what's an extra like 1%? Oh, it's such a small amount. But guys, this is extra bonus, right? You'll understand if you understand the network marketing industry when we're talking about you've got the people that you personally signed up, and because you're helping them, that's where the exponential curve starts to kick in. You've got more numbers at level 3, at 2, and then at number 3, it just starts to mushroom out because at 1-star director, you get 1% extra on the.
And help me with this. Am I understanding this correctly? So this also means now that we can say to new people coming in and our existing brand partners, if you rank up, you can now earn 7% off your first bonus and 2% off your second level. Am I correct? So this is like saying to people, this is what you now can earn.
Immediately. That's right. Yeah.
Previously, we didn't have that. You rank advanced and there was like, now
and
what?
Now what? That's right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
See, look. We had a penny drop moment there. See, it happens.
Yeah.
I can hear some pennies going ching, ching, ching. And then at 1-star director, that's when the 3rd level opens up, and then 2-star 3rd level, and then obviously 3-star 3rd level as well. Guys, now what I'm going to tell you right now, this is beyond exciting. Say, hypothetically speaking, you've got somebody, I call it a naughty stem cell, or let's call it your 2nd level over here, and they do 0 PV. Say they do 0 PV. Guess what happens if that person's done 0? If they've got a team underneath them, because that one did 0, they all move up. They all move up.
For that week.
Right? For that
they
week.
Don't disappear. They just compress.
So if you're thinking, if you've had it in the past, we've had little blocks. We all know what the little blocks mean. Yep, I can see John nodding his head. Those little blocks fall out the picture, and it actually compresses. And anybody that's doing a turnover, and it could be levels, could be 10 levels deep, where you've got somebody doing some decent turnover, and say you might have 4 or 5 levels and somebody doing nothing. That's generations. So the levels fall away, it zaps up, and it actually means 3 generations, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's on level earnings bonus. Binary. All right. This is the exciting part. Binary bonuses are now moving away from cycles. You know, what's quite interesting is when we were in Utah, and Steve Merritt was talking on the stage. He said when they joined LifeWave 3 years ago, now don't forget Steve and Gina Merritt have been in the network marketing industry for nearly 2 decades. Built the biggest teams in the world. In fact, any of you guys that don't know, Steve and Gina Merritt started the team called This Is It. We all belong to This Is It team. They don't only have the fastest growing team in LifeWave. They've got the fastest growing team in the whole network marketing industry. And we have the honor and privilege to be part of their team.
And their next event is coming up in August. So anybody that wants to come through, it'll be in Florida, and we'll share some more information on that as well.
As we go along.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Steve and Gina came across to LifeWave, and they took one look and they saw that it was cycle bonuses. And Steve laughed and said, that's such old school. It's like, really? What company still works on cycle bonuses? Well, it's a 20-year-old comp plan. Steve just said, you know what? Doesn't matter. We'll work around it. We'll make it work.
Work with what we have.
Work with what we had. And when Steve and Gina saw that LifeWave with a compensation plan enhancements have gone from cycle bonuses to volume-based, they said that was the best thing they've ever heard, because it's more fair. So basically, now I didn't know this, as a current cycle in the comp plan, a current cycle equates to 7%. 7% is what a current cycle equates to. Now, LifeWave is moving to volume-based, which means that we don't rely on cycles. It's all volume. 5% once you're a 3-star manager, 1-star director, you're at 7%. So you're really at the same point of where we're at. But now from 2-star director, it moves to 9%. 3-star director, 10%. 10% on your weaker leg is what you are going to earn from a commission point of view, which means that it's basically a raise.
Yeah.
And easier
Just thinking of that.
But yeah, there we go. Another penny drop moment. It's like a raise.
It's a raise. To think that, yes, 5% is a little bit less, but how many of our 3-star managers or managers have to wait weeks for enough volume to come in to hit the 660 and the 550? And also the other thing 330 is explaining that to a new brand partner, right?
Oh man, it's so much easier when we
different techniques of the sugar chassis at the coffee shop to try and explain it to people. There's always something that people are just not sure of how that works. And now we can just say it's a percentage of the volume on your lesser leg.
That's all it is.
And then after the first star director, it goes up. And that is something to work towards as well.
Okay, now the next slide is going to make you guys jump for joy. Okay, are you ready for it? Da-da-da-da. This next slide. Watch this. We all know what this looks like. Anybody that's looking at this slide going, what is that? What's that, Chris? Means you haven't watched Compensation Plan 101 Basics. This is a snapshot of the first 3 ranks of the current comp plan.
A very important structure that you needed to have in place to qualify.
Correct. So we all know what current manager is. The little green one over here, that's you. You are advanced or above, and you've got 2 core on the left and 2 core on the right, core or above. And as we know, for you to keep your manager status, You got to do your 110 PV. Your two people on the left each need to do 55 PV each. People on the right need to do 55 PV each in the 31-day cycle. That is what keeps you as manager. How many of you have woken up on a Monday morning?
Oh, wow.
And all of a sudden you're not showing as manager and you're kind of going, what is going on?
Fell out of manager and
In, out, in, out.
also
And then you jump up
confusing to explain to people, right?
Then you jump up to the current director. Current director is very easy. You've still got your two core left, two core right, except now you've got an extra person on the left, extra person on the right. So you've signed up basically 6 people, 3 left, 3 right. 2 of them are core or above, but 1 of them on each side are managers in their own right. Manager meaning 2 core left, 2 core right. On the other side, 2 core left, 2 core right. That's what makes you manager. And then the next one is the current senior director. All that means is your 2 managers now need to be directors in their own right. Now, I've circled this one over here. I've circled that one over there, and I've circled that one over there. That whole structure comes to a grinding halt and affects your income if you have 1 person not doing their 55 PV. I call it a naughty dormant stem cell. It's like a naughty dormant stem cell that didn't do their job in the entire overall body of everything. And that can affect everything. And that can be disheartening. I don't care who you are. That can be very disheartening.
It gives you that Monday morning blues, right?
Oh, now that all falls away.
Office and
what you're looking at right now, you don't have to worry about people whether they qualify or not, whether they've purchased or not, doesn't matter either, because it's all just straight volume, not cycles. Right, so that's on that one. Structure.
Yeah.
So very quickly, binary versus unilevel. We still got the best of both. We got the best of both worlds. We call it hybrid. So on the left-hand side over here, some of you that might have been in the industry before, unilevel means here you are and you sign up person number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and so on. Traditionally, they used to be ring-fenced from each other. So in other words, they were in their own little silos. They had nothing to do with each other at all. So if you look at that diagram, you've got 7 independent businesses. What is binary means? It means that half of them will be on the left and half of them will be on the right. All it means is that everybody's running down the straight leg together and people share on that shared leg on the turnover. Not getting into too much detail, binary is very, very powerful. So binary doesn't go away. It's just bringing in the best of both. Also, unlimited depth, guys. Unlimited depth up to the normal, up to $25,000 a week on binary cycles. But I'm not going to go into too much detail there, because what I want to do is I want to make sure I cover all this in the next, I want to try to keep it within an hour, because I want to just do an overview of everything, and then we're going to kickstart next week with into detail into every single one of them. All right, so very quick, have a look at these pictures. Does anybody know what these are? This is what we call a buttress. A buttress is the strongest structure, I wouldn't say the world, I would say the pyramids in Egypt and those big type of structures. I mean, they've been there for 5,000 years. But look at these cathedrals and churches. They've been around for nearly 2,000 years. A buttress is the side that keeps the wall in place, And if you have a look at your legs, it's like you've got a buttress on either side. You have 2 strong legs holding that in place. Then we're looking at cumulative volume. Now we talk about, if we're talking about a third leg, which I'm not going to go into too much detail now either. When we talk about a third leg, this is cumulative of all your other first level people. So yes, they're all personally signed up by you. They're going into the binary, but the cumulative volume will be counting as third leg, and another leg, third leg, leg volume. All right, then, is all of it here? Yes. Haha. All right, number 6. mentor matching bonus, guys. This is enhanced. This is like an old gen match bonus. We're talking about generations, not levels. Generations, not levels. This is the most exciting thing I think I've ever seen in my life because of the compression that kicks in. Unlimited width. The cool thing is we don't have any blocks anymore. I don't know if anybody's experienced it already before, where you've got somebody that's signed up and they've done absolutely nothing. You've heard the saying, sometimes a dud leads to a stud. You've signed a person up personally. They've done absolutely nothing. And the person underneath them might have done nothing as well. But you got somebody on your third level that's a rock star, and they're knocking it out the ballpark. And all this is going on down there. And because it used to be levels, you weren't earning anything on your old gen match. But now this all changes because of compression. Those people that were doing nothing fall away and it all bumps up to you. Let me show you something over here. This diagram. We're talking about generations, not levels. And this is with compression. So if you have a look at this diagram, here you are over here. If we have a look at this, this is what you will call, so the black circles are people that are doing turnover. You signed them up. You had to start off with number one. So you personally signed up John as an example. So there's John.
Is the red one's your dormant stem cell?
The red one's your dormant stem cells. So what happens over here is John signs up Julie. Julie does nothing. She's a naughty dormant stem cell. Julie signs up Kate. Kate's done nothing. Kate signed up Ellen. Ellen's done nothing. Ellen signed up. Now, if you have a look at this, level 1, 2, 3, 4, it's fifth level, but second generation, because Ellen has done turnover. He's done turnover.
Mm.
So guess what happens over here? So then Ellen signs up. And don't forget, guys, this is only one leg. Here we're talking multiple legs running down. So Ellen signs up person over here, Mark. Mark does turnover. So it's your 7th level, but your 3rd generation. So let me go a little bit further. All right, so here's level 8. This guy's done nothing. Level 9, this person's done nothing. Level 10, this person's done nothing. Now, in the old days, it's past. Oh, man, let me go one back. Hang on a second. Guys, remember Gen Match used to be only three generations. No, it used to be 3 levels.
Levels, sorry. Yeah.
Now it's gone from 3 to 6 generations, not even levels. Because check out the generations. Watch here. That's level, I don't know, 9, level 10, level 12, but it's generation 4, generation 5, level 11. Guys, even you can go down to level 50. If you've got a lot of people that all done nothing, all of these guys sandwich. So the red circles actually go like Pac-Man. Like Pac-Man eats them away. And then all of a sudden the black ones all go and compress. This is the most exciting thing I've ever seen. This is going to absolutely change everything.
Yeah.
And then I just realized now that this is up to the last bit of slides is to number 6. So it's 7, 8, and 9, which is pretty basic. But we're going to cover that in session 2.
Yeah.
So let me close this. Here we are. Let me do stop share. Because I want to see it's so horrible when you present and you can't see anybody. I like to see everybody's faces again.
Excited.
Okay. Anybody
Right.
excited? Did you enjoy what we shared so far?
Yeah.
Put your thumbs up. Put
Yeah.
your thumbs up. I want to know if everyone's here. Yes. Yay. Awesomeness.
So good to
Wow.
see. Yeah.
So what we did was we just basically covered the overview, little snapshots of what's to come. So as we mentioned right in the beginning as well, guys, don't stop what you're currently doing. Carry on as per normal. Because when this kicks in, what you currently have, the moment it switches over, it's just going to be the cherry on top of the cake. Everything will just go, like I say, the lights will just go on. Nothing is going to change or be taken
I
away.
would actually say, like, do the 90 days or do like a run where you really drive it hard, because then the momentum will kick in and it will push you even further. So we need to touch on some resources.
The resources, yes. But before we do that, I can see Andrew is very tentative. I need to ask Andrew to unmute. There we go. Andrew, what did you think of that? I'd love your feedback.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to take some time to digest. But I've seen some of the snippets now, I think 3 times. Maybe this is the fourth. So it's starting to sink in. It's starting to make sense. And definitely a lot more tools to build with. I think, we're far better equipped with a plan like this. And with it being less technical than it has been in the past, it definitely makes a lot more sense and definitely more attractive to many more people. So, even those who may not be interested in the business up front, if they just get the momentum going by using the patches, if they do a switch over and become a brand partner, there's great opportunity for them there.
Correct. Yeah, very true.
No, completely. Thank you for that, Andrew. Thank you. And we all know Andrew is going to be getting one of the modules that he's going to be jumping in. So you're going to have to put your hand up and tell me which one you want to nab.
The easiest one to explain.
Oh, thanks, Andrew. Thank you.
Cool.
So from a resources point of view, I don't know if anybody has been in the back office lately. There's a new tab. What's it called again?
Education.
Education, yes.
And there's over 20 new little, some of them are videos, some of them just reading materials, PDFs. So I would say go through them. They're not that very long. Refer back to them as we go through this over the next few weeks, and just, digest them bit by bit, take in a bit of information, see how you can apply them. Most of the new ways to earn also have an example. So use the example, change the numbers in the example, make it a little bit more challenging so that you can see how it will play out as you have to apply it. So that's the one resource. We know that corporate has said they are working on more things that has to go in there. There will be the transition document, and then weekly things will be added onto that, and business building. And then the other things that I wanted to just share with you is the Super Saturday that was in Dallas on the 7th when we had our big event. That is available on YouTube. It's a 7-hour piece of learning material, but we're going to share it on the groups. It is weekend coming up, so maybe break it down, jump to some of your favorite presenters. I know Steve was on there, I think Dr. Stacy and a couple of others. So just see how they listen to it bit by bit as you go through your weekend or have some downtime. And then also, where did my notes go? The recording for corporate that was last week, or was it Tuesday? They are getting that out. They have said that for Mondays as part 2, Emily will be on the call again, and they will make room for a bigger Zoom seats available. So that will be available. There's 1 or 2 trainings that we'll bring out as well. Like we say, we're just going to break it down bit by bit by bit. And as we going along, we don't want to open it for Q&A right from the start. We want everybody just to digest everything, get a bit more familiarized. Corporate will also send out a Q&A. So there's lots that we can work through at the moment and just get ourselves sort of up to the level where we need to be. And then, like I say, once again, in the field, once they hit the start button, that is where we're really going to learn. And when they talk of the third quarter, it's probably it looks like it's more beginning of August where it's going to roll out. So we've got time.
Perfect. So I've seen a couple of comments. Don't worry, guys. If this is like Chinese, it will all completely make sense. And as Andrew said, he's seen some stuff for the 4th time now, and it all starts to sink in. But be rest assured, the transition, this is going to make it so much easier for all of us moving forward. And the most important thing is just keeping it simple, not getting too technical, and keeping it in bite-sized chunks. And then I will be making a new compensation plan 101 basics in normal Chris style, and I'll have that ready for everybody to try and keep it as simple as possible. But for now, we're just showing you guys bits and pieces.
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
And every Thursday will be compensation plan training, pretty much for, I would say, the next 6 weeks or so, 2 months, until we all feel comfortable. I think that is a need that we can fill, and we can all do that together.
That's it. And guys, the most important thing, as we all know, is putting people before profit and patching people with this amazing product. That's what it's all about, is making a difference.
Yeah.
Guys, the testimonies that are coming through is absolutely blowing my mind. We're busy where we're going to be having the testimonies at your fingertips. I'm not got a surprise coming, guys. I'm not telling you. You know, sometimes it's quite hard to find a testimony for this or testimony for that, and trying to find it in Telegram. It's not here and you can't find it there. Guys, something else is coming that we're busy with in the background. We're going to have it basically at your fingertips. I'm not going to let any cats out the bag, but it will be coming. So what do you call it? The recording, I'll get this out shortly. And the one from corporate will come out in the next day or two, but we'll get this recording out. And then, so then next week we will touch on the other 3 that we didn't finish today. I like to respect everybody's time. I like to keep it like close to within an hour, because that will take a little bit longer. And I don't want to have everybody on the call for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I like to do bite-sized elephant chunks.
Yes.
So guys, from our side here in Spain, so awesome spending time with everybody. If you're in Joburg, put your jackets on, put those heaters and blankets on, keep yourselves warm. We're going to go
out into, like, what did they say? 36-degree heat now. So
36 degrees, and it's 9 o'clock and it's light. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So anyway, guys, from our side, love you. You guys have a fantastic evening.
Thanks for joining us.
Keeping comments on the group.
Yep.
We'll chat to you guys all soon, okay? Night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Don't forget to stop the recording.